It's national meets regional. Welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us now for an exciting new path to celebrity interviews, music, rising talents, and much, much more.
Welcome back. Our guest today is best known for his work on the Twilight saga as well as the film Hell or High Water, but he is here to chat with us all about Yellowstone, which is a series on the Paramount Network. Let's welcome Mr. Gil Birmingham to the show. Gil, great to have you here.
Well, thank you, Sonia. It's good to be here with you.
Happy belated birthday, by the way. Wasn't it your birthday last week?
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow.
I got magical powers, you know.
Exactly. That's a great way of looking at it. So what did you do to celebrate?
I went down to the Havasupai tribe down in the Grand Canyon to the falls down there.
Wow. Great. What a remarkable way to celebrate your birthday.
It was fabulous.
Great. Well, congratulations on Yellowstone. But first, I'd like to talk
Thank
to you a little bit about how you got your start in acting. I heard somewhere that you were scouted at a gym. Is that right?
Oh, you're talking about a music video, aren't you?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And not just any music video, Diana Ross's Muscles.
Yeah, it was a song. It was pretty campy, you know, for that period of time. It was in the 80s. Michael Jackson wrote that song.
Wow.
So I was an engineer before that, and then I wanted to dabble in bodybuilding a little bit, and then I got scouted in the gym and ended up on a music video and had a great time.
That's a fantastic story. And then you've done a lot of great films over the years and then ended up in Twilight. Now, when you were on this film, did you know at the time that it would have been the sensation that it became?
I knew that there was a big fan base with the books, but you never know how it translates, you know, as the movies and how they were done. But yeah, that was quite a ride, the pop culture ride of, I guess, for a few years there. They're actually celebrating their 10th anniversary this year.
Wow. Time flies, doesn't it? Well, let's talk a little bit about director Taylor Sheridan. Now, you worked with him before in a fantastic film called Hell or High Water, and now he is working with you on Yellowstone. What's the experience like working with him on the show?
Well, you know, he wrote Hell or High Water, which was a brilliant script, and then he wrote and directed Wind River right after that.
Right.
So I got to get introduced to his writing first, and then his writing and directing, and I just feel like I have a kindred spirit with him. We have kind of a shorthand kind of understanding and sensitivity about the way he writes and the characters that he asked me to play. So it's just been a real pleasure.
So did he approach you for the role?
He did. He actually approached or asked. He talked to me about it when we were filming Hell or High Water. He already knew that he wanted to do this series, and we just didn't know when it was come to the place that we were going to start it. So I told him I was all in.
This was never about cattle, John.
Yeah, I know. It was about you.
It's about you and everyone like you. You know, after I interned at Emerson, I worked for Merrill Lynch in mergers and acquisitions. I figured it'll take about $14 billion to buy it all.
All what?
The valley. I'm going to buy your ranch first. Right after you die, and your children can't afford the inheritance tax. And I'm going to pull down every fence, and any evidence that your family ever existed will be removed from the property. It'll look like it used to, when it was ours. I will erase you from the future. And then I'll do it to the next ranch, and the next. And there's nothing that you can do to stop it. See, I'm the opposite of progress, John. I am the past, catching up with you.
And what was it about this character in Yellowstone and this role in general that made you think, this is the next role for me?
Gosh, you know, the most exciting thing I think about it is it's so rarely portrayed in scripts. Most storylines with Native Americans are period pieces, historical context, and oftentimes very distorted. So this is a contemporary character that's empowered with education and many of the things and resources that allow him to be a competing interest within the nature of the drama of the story. We've got Kevin Costner trying to hang on to the legacy of his land that's been passed down through generations, but he has conflicting interests from developers and Thomas Rainwater, the character I play in the reservation, who now has resources that he wants to set a mission where he gets to reclaim the land that he feels was so unjustly taken so many years ago.
Fantastic. It's so great to hear. Well, as you know, we had Mr. Kevin Costner and Luke Grimes previously on our show. What's it like working with those gentlemen?
Every single one of these people, I don't have many scenes with the family outside of Kevin Costner, but when we do some of these press junkets, we get time to spend with each other. And it really couldn't be a better cast. It's such a great ensemble piece.
And you guys are shooting out in Montana, correct? Are you there the entire time?
I know the Dutton family is. I did most of my stuff in Park City, Utah.
Ah, I see. So being out there in Montana and Utah, out in the wilderness, how does that stimulate your creative for the show?
Yeah, I think you will notice that. That's one of the outstanding things about the show is the cinematography, and I think that's why Taylor wanted to use Montana and Utah. And we had just one of the best cinematographers that we also used in Wind River. So you'll get a certain feel that it's a movie you're watching and not television, and it's grandeur that way. So I think people will love the show in so many different levels. The dynamics of the characters, the writing, it really speaks to contemporary issues, the political climate, and family, and betrayal, and all those intriguing things that make you want to come back each week.
Wonderful. Yes, and it definitely looks fantastic. But let's talk a little bit about your character on Yellowstone. Now, what does it mean for you to be able to portray a character that is also representative of your own ancestry, being Native American?
Well, it's a wonderful opportunity, I think, more so because the character is portrayed in contemporary times. I've basically been playing, most of my characters in my career have been Native American, and then, the responsibility I feel, is the representation, trying to change, many decades of distorted portrayals, and to really give an idea of authenticity and what those issues are and the choices that you make. And that's why I feel very, very fortunate to align myself with Taylor, because he has a sensitivity himself and his exposure to the Native culture. He went and lived on some reservations in his 20s, for a number of years. So there's a kindred spirit, I think, in our understanding about what we want to do and make the portrayal of Native Americans respectable.
So in addition to acting and working out at the gym, I heard somewhere that you also play guitar. That music is your first love.
You've been talking to some people there, Sonia.
Well, I always do my homework, Gil. Do you still play?
I do, and you never know where that road will take you. But when I worked on Hell or High Water with Jeff Bridges, we had a very short period of time to kind of establish a relationship that was supposed to have, gone on for maybe 15, 20 years. We didn't have that kind of time, but the thing that did connect us was our guitar playing, our music, because Jeff would insist we take the guitars every day to set, and if we had opportunities to play, we jammed the whole time.
Wow. Amazing. Jeff Bridges is quite good. I actually heard him play on an interview once, and he's spectacular.
He's it, as is Kevin Costner. I saw his band before I actually met him.
Oh wow, that's amazing!
Yeah.
Wow. So, who are your musical inspirations?
I'm from that guitar virtuosos of Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton. I kind of like the lead guitar stuff.
That is fantastic. I would love to hear you play sometime.
Well, you can go on YouTube and look up Pride and Joy Gil Birmingham and see me there. until you get to see me in person. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Great. Well, I'll definitely be checking you out on YouTube. Well, thank you so much for being on our show today,
thank
Gil.
you.
It was such a pleasure to have you. And congratulations on all of the success of Yellowstone. We look forward to seeing more of you.
Thank you so much.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.